This is the Klickitat carbon dioxide geyser well. This is near the little community of Wahkiacus along the Klickitat River north of the Columbia River Gorge. These wells were drilled in the first half of the 20th century because of known thermal seeps along the Klickitat River. Thermal being about 85 degrees Fahrenheit. And also bubbles of carbon dioxide that were emerging from those seeps. They drilled these wells to tap into the thermal source, tapped into an enormous amount of carbon dioxide, and now these wells erupt with carbon dioxide. The feature that you see sort of laying on the ground, and if you look behind me off in the distance, you can see another one. Those were capture towers that would then pipe the carbon dioxide over to a compressor facility where they made dry ice. And in fact, at peak production, they were making almost 15 tons of dry ice per day in this cluster of wells. Quite amazing. The reason why these wells are here, well, there's a fault line that runs sort of southeast northwest, one of several faults in this region that do that. They are mostly oblique transverse faults, so mostly slipped along slip strike faults or strike slip faults, and they that carbon dioxide is likely emerging from a deeper source. Earlier authors had hypothesized that source might be Mount Adams, which is not too far away on the distance, and these faults do track back to that. They could also be related to Simcoe volcanism. The Simcoe volcanic field is not that far away to our east. And then there also might be thermal heating of sedimentary units that are below these Columbia River basalts, and that thermal heating might be releasing carbon dioxide from marine sediments, which then emerges along fault lines, which are areas of increased permeability. We are studying these wells by measuring the temperature, conductivity, and water level. And what we found so far is that there seems to be a fairly strong correlation with tidal signals, so that whenever we have the tidal bulge move through the landmass, it causes expansion and compression of the earth, and that could then pump CO2 sort of trapped in reservoirs beneath through these permeability pathways out to these wells.